IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Basketball Game of the Week. Brought to you by Fairfield Medical Center, the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, Dagger Law, Fairfield Federal, Standing Stone Bank, Buckeye Toyota, the Huddle Tire Company, Park National Bank, and North Body Shop.
Productions, Buffalo Wild Wings High School Basketball Game of the Week. I'm Jared Stewart. Tonight, we come to you from Lancaster High School, where the Golden Gales will host the Groveport Madison Cruisers in an OCC Buckeye Division battle. The Golden Gales coming in off to an outstanding start this season. One of their best starts since about 2006-2007. They are 7-2 overall, 1-2 in the OCC. Groveport comes in 1-2 overall, 0-1, having just played 3 games. Talked to Coach Ken Riggs about this matchup earlier this week, and he was a little concerned about the athleticism and speed of Groveport Madison. He said last year they gave him fits. Final score last year against this team was 60-44, but he said really it wasn't even that close. So we're looking for an outstanding game from these two OCC foes tonight. Starting lineups, first of all, for the Groveport Madison Cruisers, they'll go with the 6'3" senior number 0, Scotty Lomax. 6'1" senior number 1, Elijah Akins, a 5'11" junior number 5, Dwayne Davis, a 6'4" junior, Kenyatta Whiteside, and a 6'2" junior number 30, Marlon Elliott Jr. For the Golden Gales, number 4, a 5'8" junior, Dylan West, 5'10" senior number 10, Cameron Roudabush, a 6'1" junior, number 14, Mason Heil. It is a 5'10" senior, number 22, Blake Snezik. And rounding out the starting lineup, 6'2" junior, number 24, Sam Fink. Golden Gales wearing their white uniforms trimmed in the blue and gold. Groveport Madison in all red. And the tip is controlled by the Cruisers. It'll be Elliott Jr. giving out top to Dwayne Davis. Gales going to play that zone defense. Here's Lomax, get it back out front to Davis. Now over to Akins. Davis, very patient. Not trying to force anything. Now Scotty Lomax for 3, no good. Fink the rebound. Gales quickly up the floor. Here's Roudabush. Roudabush takes the short little jumper and drains it. Cameron Roudabush off to a great start this season. He's averaging 14.7 points per ball game to lead his team. However, we'll talk about these stats throughout the night. This is a very unselfish Gales basketball team. They spread it around, and they don't care who gets the credit, and that's been a big key for their success so far early here in this season. Shot no good for the Cruisers. Rebounded by Groveport. Whiteside gives it back to Dwayne Davis. And now here's Lomax. Lomax on the drive to the elbow, pumps up the jumper, no good. Snezik the board. Blake gives it left side to West, 2-0 Gales, 6:39 on the running first quarter clock. Snezik back to Fink, and they'll swing it left side. Here's Roudabush. Had it tipped, and they're going to call a foul on Elijah Akins. That'll be his first. If Akins could have come away with that cleanly, he was going to be gone for an easy layup. But he got a little bit of the arm of Cameron Roudabush. Roudabush to inbound right in front of the Groveport bench. Gets it into Fink. Here's Snezik. West from the top of the key. Nice job on the closeout defense by Dwayne Davis. Now West with a quick step to the hoop, but he couldn't get it to go. Akins, skip pass over for a 3. Dwayne Davis couldn't get it. He might have had it tipped, as that one came up way short. 2-0 Gales. West left side now to Roudabush. Here's Fink. Back to Snezik. He'll fire up the wide open 3. No good. It's Elliott Jr. with the board. And he throws it away. We've got a whistle and a timeout. Groveport wants to take one as they trail it. That's Coach Lamont Hampton. His team trails it 2-0. 5:52 to play here in this first quarter. Tonight's game being brought to you by North Body Shop, providing quality customer service, parts, and reliability since 1979. Owner Mark North will provide you with a free written warranty on each estimate. That's Mark North of North Body Shop. He'll treat you right. 2-0 from Lancaster High School. Gales on top of Groveport in this OCC Buckeye matchup. These two teams coming in. Gales 1-2 in the league. Groveport 0-1. Lancaster coming off a close loss by just 4 points over the weekend up at Pickerington Central. Closest they've played Pickerington Central in many, many years. But of course, you talk to Coach Riggs, close isn't good enough. He wanted the W, as of course all coaches would. They'll have another shot here later on in the season at home. Left side, Roudabush looking inside. Fink trying to fight hard to get open, but he couldn't get open, and there's a shot blocked by the Cruisers. Back the other way comes Dwayne Davis. Elliott Jr. fires up a three, and it's controlled by the Cruisers. Lomax can't get it to go, and it's off of the Gales. It'll stay with Groveport. Davis to inbound. Gales have switched it up now to a man-to-man defense. They were in the zone, and out of the timeout, they switched to a man-to-man. Heil the rebound on the missed bucket. West gets it down in the corner to Snezik, now back to West. 5:07 and counting here in the first quarter. Nice tight defense from Dwayne Davis all over Dylan West. Snezik from the top of the key took an extra step. Still 2-0 here from Lancaster as the Gales lead the Cruisers. Jamari Friedman, I'll check that. It's Dwayne Davis with the basketball. Now gets it to Akins. Davis, the 5'11 junior, gets it to the free throw line. Now back out Lomax for three off the front of the iron. The board and put back for Dwayne Davis. And the Cruisers are on the board. Tied up at 2. Roudabush quickly the other way. Lays it up and in. Cameron Roudabush with all 4 of the Gales' points, and they lead it 4-2. Davis gets the play call from Coach Hampton. Nice little jumper there from Kenyatta Whiteside. And the Cruisers going to come with a little bit of matchup pressure on the inbound. West gets it across the timeline, gets it to Snezik. Now here's Roudabush. He'll take a screen and get it out to Heil. Snezik in the right side, in the wing. Now get it back out front. Nice patience here from the Gales. Not going to force any passes inside. West will fire up the three. Top of the key, no good. It's Akins with the rebound, and quickly the other way, going coast to coast, and he had a shot blocked. And out of bounds, it'll stick with the Cruisers. Watch this quick step. Roudabush just goes right around his man and gets the roll and the kiss off the glass. Roudabush with 4 points. Hayden Dart checks into the ball game for the Gales. He'll replace Mason Heil. Nice little running jumper there by Marlon Elliott Jr. And the Cruisers are on top 6-4. First lead of the night for Groveport. Snezik takes one dribble, picks it up, gets it to Dar. Now Roudabush with a quick step again and lays it up and in. Cameron Roudabush catches and goes. And 3 times tonight, he has burned his man for 6 points. He's got all 6 of the Gales' points. Dwayne Davis on the drive, and a double dribble violation going to be called. Substitution for Lancaster. Colson Pugh checks in. He'll give Blake Snezik a break. Watch this, how quickly Cameron Roudabush, boom. He already has it in his mind. I'm going to catch this and go left, and he goes right around his man and lays it up. He's done that 3 times tonight, almost that exact same play, and it's worked to perfection. That's just instinct. Here's West inside the paint. No good. Fake the rebound and the putback. 8-6 Gales, 2:21 and counting here in the first quarter. Got a good one here from Lancaster High School in the OCC Buckeye. Lomax from the elbow. Little jumper over top of Pugh, and he gets it to go. First bucket of the game for Scotty Lomax. Tied back up at 8. Colson Pugh brings it across the timeline, gives it to West. West drives to the free throw line, and he's going to say, I'll just take that shot from there and drain it. Dylan West with his first bucket of the night. And the Gales lead it 10-8. Watch this little jumper from the elbow here from Scotty Lomax. Nice little spin move, step back. Not much you can do there. Colson Pugh just had a hand in his face, but Lomax with a nice shot over top of him after a couple nice little moves. 10-8 Gales, under 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Gales go back to that zone defense. Coach Riggs doing a nice job switching things up. Here's Holmes, tried to get a pass inside, stolen away by Colson Pugh. Quickly the other way come the Gales. Roudabush jumper no good. Rebounded by the Cruisers. Lomax for 3, and he got it. Scotty Lomax with 5 points in the game and gives his team a 1-point lead, 11-10. And now he's got a steal on Colson Pugh, and Lomax goes up and lays it in again. This Groveport team so far tonight playing nice, tight defense and doing a nice job too. Even though they're up close, in your face, they're not reaching a lot. Only 1 foul so far in this ball game. Roudabush gets it left side to Fink. Back to West. He'll fire up the 3. No good. Nice box out on the backside rebound. Marlon Elliott Jr. Here comes Elliott. Can't get it to go, but he's going to be fouled, and he'll get 2 shots. Watch this steal right here. Lomax. That's really the first time we've seen a reach tonight. Maybe it could have been called, but Lomax got the ball, tipped it away, and goes and takes advantage of it. Foul was called on Dylan West. That's his first. And Elliott Jr. drains the first one. Pushes the lead to 14-10. Got the second one as well. Biggest lead of the night for Groveport Madison, 15-10, under 30 seconds to play in the first quarter. Pugh gets it down on the corner to Dar. Back to Pugh. Down to 20 seconds. Here's West out front. Now Roudabush with 13 seconds. Here's West, down to 10 seconds. Now down to 8. Here's Roudabush going baseline. Jumper's just short. Elliott Jr. the rebound, down to 2 seconds. Lays it up for Lomax, but he couldn't come down with it in time to get a shot off, and that's how the first quarter ends, with Groveport Madison up 15-10 on the Lancaster Golden Gales. Very good, well-played first quarter by both these teams. Both teams with 1 foul, and the Groveport Madison Cruisers lead it 15-10. I want to say thank you to Fairfield Federal. When it comes to our customers and our community, we go above and beyond to help. Personal or business banking, whatever you need, we take it seriously because we know you do. The difference is clear. Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan specializes in banking that revolves around you. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Taking a look at this Groveport Madison team, we mentioned only 3 games into the season, this just being their 4th. They are 1-2 overall. This game was actually originally scheduled for December 11th, but was postponed until now. Obviously, with all of the COVID protocols and different things going on, they've had to cancel the majority of their season. They kicked off their first game on Saturday, January 2nd. They took on Harvest Prep. They lost that one 75-69. Then they picked up a win over Logan, 67-48. And then their most recent game this past Saturday, lost to Reynoldsburg 64-58. Reynoldsburg being the lone common opponent that these two teams have coming into tonight's ball game. Lancaster lost to Reynoldsburg on January 2nd, 64-44. And, of course, as I mentioned, Groveport lost 64-58 just last weekend. We begin the second quarter with Lancaster trailing 15-10. Here's Snezik. Snezik pops a jumper just inside the three-point line at the top of the key and drains it. First bucket of the night for Blake Snezik. He's averaging 7.3 points a ball game. Pulls him back to within 3, 15-12. Davis hands it off to Lomax. He'll fire up the three over top of Snezik and drain it. That's his second three of the night. Give him 10 points in the ball game. And now he's going to be called for a foul. Here's that bucket by Snezik. Takes the screen, sees an opening, just drains it. Gales basketball. Fink inbounds to West, and he clears him out. He'll go one-on-one with Dwayne Davis. West gets it to the corner. Colson Pugh for three. No good. Quickly the other way comes Kenyatta Whiteside, and he just pumps up the jumper inside the paint. Can't get it to go. Fink the rebound. (18-12) after that last three from Scotty Lomax. Groveport with the lead. Here's Snezik. Out to Dar. Now Pugh. West now gives it back to Dar. And now Snezik goes baseline. Nice ball fake and puts it up and can't get the roll, but a nice backside rebound, a putback for Sam Fink. Fink has 4, and it pulls him back to within 4. Elliott Jr., quick first step, lays it up and in, and he's fouled. Marlon Elliott Jr. with 6 points. He's going to get a chance to complete the three-point play here after the foul by Hayden Dar, his first. Jameer Friedman checks into the ball game for Groveport. As Elliott Jr. completes the three-point play. Jabari Harris also comes in for the Cruisers. Seven-point lead for Groveport Madison, 21-14, 6:04 and counting here in the second quarter. Raudebush being worked on by Jameer Friedman. Gives it right side now to Snezik. Back out front, and they swing it around to Raudebush. Nice quick pass inside to the block, and Snezik double dribbled. I think if he puts it up right away when he catches that pass, he has an easy shot. I think he was surprised that he had beat his man that quickly to the block. And he didn't square up and put the ball on the floor for a second time. That's a violation. Elliott Jr. going to pull it out. Now go on the drive inside the paint, kick it back out for three. No good for Akins. Fink the rebound. Raudebush up ahead to Pugh, now back to Raudebush. Very impressed so far with this defense by Groveport Madison. Stingy, tight defense, and they are quick. This is what Coach Riggs was a little bit worried about, their athleticism, their quickness. They get up in your face and play, and there's a foul going to be called a little bit too close that time for Marlon Elliott Jr., his first foul. That's 3 on the Cruisers. Mason Heil going to check back into the ball game for the Gales, who replace Sam Fink. Raudebush takes the inbound pass. And a screen from Dar, now gives it to Dar. Here's Snezik. Heil working hard underneath the basket, goes strong to the hoop, puts it in, and he's fouled. Just tough work underneath the bucket for Mason Heil. Working hard on the block, got the bucket to go. He's going to get a chance to complete the three-point play. Just watch this. He's backing him in. And then just goes up strong with that left hand and puts it in. Great job by the 6'1" junior. And he completes the three-point play. Mason Heil with 3 in the game. Pulls him back to within 4 at 21-17. And what's impressive about that little shot that he put up, he's a right-handed shooter, but he did what he needed to do with that left hand. He spun to his left side, or to his right side, and laid it up with that left hand. Nice job. On the other end, here's Scotty Lomax adding to his point total. He's got 12, and his team leads at 23-17. And now the Gales, a little sloppy play, they lose the basketball. 4:10 to play in the first half. Groveport Madison leads 23-17. Elliott Jr. to Lomax. He'll fire up a 3, no good. Rebounded by Dar. Here comes Raudebush quickly. Raudebush puts it up and in. Cameron has 8 points in the game. 23-19, 3:46 and counting in the first half. Elliott Jr. Skip pass over in the corner, 3 put up. No good for Corey Evans and rebounded by the Gales. Raudebush back to Pugh. Here's Heil. Now Raudebush. Drive inside the paint. Scoop shot, can't get it to go, but he's fouled. Foul's called on number 30, Marlon Elliott Jr. That's his second. So Cameron Raudebush goes to the free throw line to shoot 2 shots. He's an 82.9% free throw shooter, best on the team. First one's good. Whiteside checks in for Groveport. Dylan West and Sam Fink check in for the Gales. Second free throw for Raudebush. Also good. Cameron Raudebush with 10 of his team's 21 points, and they're back to within 2, 23-21. A 3 put up by Whiteside, no good, and saved in, but they'll say that Snezik stepped on the line. And it looks like we might have maybe some blood on the uniform of Cameron Raudebush, so he's going to have to check out and get that cleaned up. And that will get Colson Pugh back off the bench to replace him. That's a big loss for the Gales. I'm sure he'll be back in shortly, but anytime you take your leading scorer and one of your quickest players off the floor, you don't want him out very long. Cameron Raudebush with 10 points so far in this game. Here's Lomax. Lomax spins inside the paint, puts it up, no good, and rebounded by Snezik. Now West in the left side, under 3 minutes to play in the first half. Heil gives it off to Colson Pugh, and then Heil's shot no good, out of bounds. So give and go there, but they couldn't finish, and they'll get the ball underneath their own hoop. Coach Riggs looking over at the trainer and wondering when he can get Raudebush back in the ball game. Pugh puts it up, and he's fouled. Fouls on Scotty Lomax. That's a big one. That's his second. Lomax has 12 points for his team, and now he's got 2 fouls with 2:43 to play in the first half. As Raudebusch is set to check back in for Lancaster with Colson Pugh at the free throw line to complete a 3-point play, and he does so. Raudebusch checks back in. Here it is. Yeah, he just got pushed as he put it up. Dwayne Davis checks back in for Groveport. He'll replace Lomax with those 2 fouls. Lancaster coming with a little bit of full court pressure now, and they've got him trapped. But a nice job getting out of it. Now 2-on-2. Shot no good. The putback is up and in for Kenyatta Whiteside, and he's fouled. Foul's caught on Sam Fink. That'll be his first. And Whiteside to the free throw line to try to complete a 3-point play. No good. Long rebound for Blake Snezik. Snezik picks up his dribble, needs to get rid of it, and he's going to have to call a timeout. Smart decision rather than throw it away. He called a timeout. He had plenty of them, so he calls a timeout. I tell you what, this Lancaster team has a different feel than teams of the past, of the recent past that Lancaster's had. Coach Riggs has these guys playing at a top level, and you can tell they're unselfish. They don't care who gets the credit, and give him a lot of credit. Coach Riggs has come in and done a nice job here at Lancaster. They come in 7-2 overall and 1-2 in the Buckeye. They're in a battle here with Groveport Madison in this OCC matchup. I want to thank our Interphase Video Productions crew tonight. Our producer-director is Josh Messerly. On graphics, Donnie Ziegfeld. Our replays is Shane Messina. And our cameraman tonight, up on the top camera, is Jim Spires. And our cameraman on the floor, who's shooting the shot you see right now, is Tom Russo. We've got the best crew in the business, and we thank them for coming out on this Tuesday night to bring you this high school basketball action, Lancaster and Groveport Madison. Under 2.5 minutes to play in the first half. Gales trail at 25-24. Raudebusch drives, and the shot is blocked out of bounds, and it will stay with the Gales. Some contact there, but they let him play, and Lancaster takes the basketball. West to inbound. Gets it in to Heil. Back to West in the corner. Here's Raudebusch. Now Snezik. West back to Heil. Now Raudebusch drives in the paint. Has his shot blocked, but there's Heil for the rebound. In the corner, Snezik. Good ball fake. And now he's trapped and has it stolen away. But Snezik with the hustle play steals it back, and I think, are we going to have a foul or a jump ball? Looks like we might have a foul, and it will be on Blake Snezik. That's his first foul. Markel Holmes comes into the ball game for the Cruisers as Colson Pugh gets set to check back in for Lancaster. .139 to play in the first half, 25-24 Groveport. Davis just going to hold it out front and force Lancaster to come out and play defense. Gets it left side, down the corner. It's Whiteside. Whiteside, quick step baseline. Couldn't get the reverse layup, and the rebound for the Gales. Here comes West to get into the corner. Raudebusch now back to Pugh. Here's Raudebusch. Down to a minute to play in the first half. Fink back out front to Raudebusch. Or check that, it's Colson Pugh. Now here's Raudebusch, down to 50 seconds. West with the basketball. Raudebusch being guarded closely, and he lost the basketball, stolen away, but Colson Pugh takes it back for the Gales. Clock rolls down to 31. Pugh drives, and he's going to be fouled. And that'll be a bonus situation for the Gales. Foul's called on Jameer Friedman. That's going to be his first. Colson Pugh to the free throw line. He's a 66.7% free throw shooter. He does have one there tonight. And that one ties it up at 25. He'll have another. Colson drains them both, and the Gales back on top, 26-25. Down to 25 seconds to play in the half. Groveport probably going to work for one shot here. It's Akins with the basketball. He'll get it right side. Whiteside. Down to 12 seconds. Whiteside gets it to Akins. Now back out front to Davis. Down to 6 seconds. Here's Davis going on the drive inside the paint, puts it up, no good. Ball loose, and that's how the first half ends with the Lancaster Golden Gales on top of Groveport, 26-25, and a very entertaining first half of action here from Lancaster High School. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we will have some first half stats and all the second half play-by-play action coming your way on the Interface Video Productions Buffalo Wild Wings High School Basketball Game of the Week. Stay with us.
IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Basketball Game of the Week. Brought to you by Fairfield Medical Center, the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, Dagger Law, Fairfield Federal, Standing Stone Bank, Buckeye Toyota, the Huddle Tire Company, Park National Bank, and North Body Shop.
Buckeye Toyota, the hometown dealer who's here to help. Family owned for over 40 years and proudly helping with all of your automotive needs. We are honored to partner with countless charities, churches, and schools like Lancaster High School.
When it comes to partners in sports in the community, Buckeye Toyota has been there year after year to offer their support. Thank you, Buckeye Toyota, from all of us here at Lancaster High School.
Thank you for calling Buckeye Toyota. How may I help you?
Fairfield Medical Center took care of me like I was family.
I was made to feel like I was the only person that they were going to see that day, even though I knew that wasn't the case.
Everyone at Fairfield Medical Center was very attentive. They just put my mind at ease.
I was there for 12 days, and I felt comfortable there.
We were people to them, not a number. They took the time to get to know us, our personalities.
Well, they saved my life. You know, how do you beat that?
I don't know how I could have gotten through it without them.
Experience Fairfield Medical Center.
The Frank E. Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our two locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster and 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
Halftime at Lancaster High School, the Lancaster Golden Gales lead the Groveport Madison Cruisers 26-25 in this OCC Buckeye Division matchup. Taking a look at some first half scoring. First of all, for the Groveport Madison Cruisers, they are led by Scotty Lomax with 12 points. It is Dwayne Davis with 2, Kenyatta Whiteside has 4, and Marlon Elliott Jr. with 7 points in the first half. For the Lancaster Golden Gales, they place 7 guys, or check that, 6 guys in the scoring column in the first half. It is Sam Fink with 4, Blake Snezik has 2, Colson Pugh with 5 points, Mason Heil has 3, Dylan West with 2, and Cameron Raudebush with an outstanding first half with 10 points in this contest. I want to say thanks to Standing Stone Bank. Whether you're ready to tackle a mortgage loan or need cash for home improvements, make Standing Stone Bank the key player in your home or business financial plans. Business to business, neighbor to neighbor. Let's grow this town together. Standing Stone Bank, an equal housing lender, member FDIC. We're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll have all the second half action between the Lancaster Golden Gales and the Groveport Madison Cruisers on the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Basketball Game of the Week. Welcome to the High School Football Game of the Week. I'm Jared Stewart alongside Tim Shoemaker. Tonight we've got a great one for you. The Blue Carroll Bulldogs. Those great week of practice, even in the rain and the weather. Schneider, lots of running room to midfield. He's gone. Ryan Schneider down the near sideline for a touchdown for the Aces.
Grab a hold on the offense, number 20. That penalty will be declined. They'll bring up 4th down.
We're going to give you this game ball here because you're a Tiberios fan of the game. And thanks for being here, Jacob.
Thank you.
The Polar Bears are your OAC tournament champions. First time since 2009. What an exciting finish for the Ohio Northern Polar Bears.
And be very proud of this trophy because you've earned it.
Come experience the Huddle Tire difference. Locally owned and operated since 1910, we're your independent tire and auto repair shop. We carry all major brands of tires, including Goodyear, Cooper, BF Goodrich, and many more. But we're more than just tires. From safety inspections to alignments, brakes, shocks, and struts, even preventive maintenance, we can handle it all. Enjoy the ride at Huddle Tire Company, 300 South Columbus Street, or we can be reached at our website at huddletire.com.
The moment that you're told that you have cancer, so many things were going through my mind.
I had this pain that kind of doubled over, and FMC got me the help that I needed, so I ended up surviving.
Fairfield Medical Center has helped me get through what was the hardest 6 months of my life.
When I first came to Fairfield Medical Center, she was probably having an allergic reaction. They saved her life, and that's why she's here today.
Dagger Law has been part of the Lancaster community for more than 110 years. This is where we live and work. You'll see us at festivals, sporting events, and all around town. We consider our clients as friends, and we walk alongside you through challenging times. Whether you're a growing business, a changing family, facing litigation, planning your future, or dealing with land issues, we're right here. We are local. We are trusted. We are experienced. Dagger Law.
Back at Lancaster High School, the Golden Gales lead the Cruisers of Groveport Madison 26-25 at halftime. The Gales come in 7-2 overall, 1-2 in the OCC Buckeye. Here's how they got to this point. They kicked off their season on December 1st with a win over Licking Heights 60-56. Followed that up with another close win over Granville 59-54. They beat Horizon Science 46-29. They then beat Central Crossing 68-45. So they, at that point, everybody's like, man, this team is off to a hot start. Well, they kept it going. They beat New Albany 67-42, and then they knocked off Watkins Memorial 68-46 before falling in their first loss against Reynoldsburg on January 2nd, 64-44. But then they picked it back up with a 65-51 win down at Chillicothe. And then last Friday night, losing on the road, a close ball game, just 4-point loss up at Pick Central, lost 56-52. Coach Riggs has this team playing outstanding basketball. We just talked about it off the air here at halftime. This is a team that, boy, I tell you, he's got them playing at a high level. They're unselfish. They work the ball around. They're patient, but they're also quick. They move the basketball well. Got some guys that can really play, and they're taking advantage of it. Cameron Raudebusch with a great start so far in the season. He leads the team in scoring with 14.7 points per ball game. He's got 10 here in the first half as we begin the second half with Groveport Madison with the basketball. They trail at 26-25. Elliott Jr. gets it back out front to Dwayne Davis. Now right side Lomax tries to go baseline. Nice job by Snezik to cut him off. Lomax has 12 points to lead all scorers. Little bunny shot, no good. Nice pass back to Davis, but he can't get the jumper to go. West looks up ahead. Raudebusch was open just momentarily, but he smartly did not decide to make the long pass. Here's Heil, now left side West. Get it inside to Fink, who's working hard on the block. Fink, the little turnaround jumper, no good. Heil, the backside rebound. Snezik now back out to Raudebusch. And Snezik. Nice move by West, and he had it stolen away, but out of bounds. It'll stick with Lancaster. You saw that one coming into your living room there with our cameraman Tom Russo right down on the baseline. Inbound pass comes into Fink, now Raudebusch. Dump inside, Heil. Had to change his shot, couldn't get it to go, but he's fouled, and he's going to go to the free throw line. Foul's called on Dwayne Davis. That's his first for Groveport. Heil to the free throw line, a 66.7% free throw shooter. First one no good off the front of the iron. He'll get another. Second free throw for Heil, also no good. Groveport the rebound. They trail at 26-25. Early on here in the third quarter. Lomax just bounced the ball right off of Snezik and back into his own hands. And now they'll get it back out front to Akins. Here's Davis. Tried to find Scotty Lomax. He's just running the baseline until he can get open. And Cameron Raudebusch is sticking right on him. And a whistle and a foul going to be called on Sam Fink. That'll be his second. Oh, they called it on Snezik, not on Fink. Okay. Jumper put up, no good for Lomax. Rebounded by Heil. Nice job by Heil to set the screen for West. And Raudebusch has it stolen away, and then he fouls. Elijah Akins with a nice steal. And then Raudebusch picks up the foul. That's going to be his first. And Groveport will get a substitution into the ball game. That's Kenyatta Whiteside checking in. He'll replace Corey Evans. Watch this steal here. That's just good hands right there. And then you never want to foul, but I tell you that's a good foul because Akins was going to go for an uncontested layup right there if Raudebusch doesn't get a hand on him. Here's Elliott Jr. Back out front to Davis. 5:38 and counting here in the third quarter. Gales lead at 26-25. In the corner, Elliott Jr., the three-pointer, no good. Akins skies for the rebound. Back out in front, Davis. Groveport showing lots of patience here on the offensive end. Ball fake. Lomax, but he couldn't get the shot to go. Heil the board. Here's West. Hands it off to Snezik. Now gets it out front, Fink. Snezik fires up a three. No good. And rebounded by Groveport. Here come the Cruisers. It's Lomax. He's going to go one-on-one with Raudebusch. Put it up and in. Scotty Lomax puts the Cruisers back on top, 27-26. Lomax has 14 points in the game. West gets a screen, gives it to Fink. Now Snezik. Back out front to Heil, and now right side it's Cameron Raudebusch. West. They've played some good defense on him. He is he's a 10.3 field goal shooter. He averages 10.3, and he has just 2 tonight, but he's done a nice job handling the basketball for the Gales. Here's Raudebusch, now back to West. Just 1 field goal here in this second half so far, and that's from Scotty Lomax. Dump inside, Raudebusch was open, couldn't get the shot to go. Ball loose on the floor, still loose, and controlled by the Cruisers. Elliott Jr.'s three-point attempt, no good. Rebounded by the Gales. West gives it out to Heil, and now a whistle and a timeout. Coach Riggs wants to take a full timeout. And with that, we want to say thanks to Buffalo Wild Wings. Thanks to Larry Tipton and the crew for great food, great service, and the best sports viewing in town. It's all at Buffalo Wild Wings in the Plaza Shopping Center on North Memorial Drive. Open for dine-in or carry-out from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. And we want to invite you for our next telecast and live stream. That will be on Thursday, January 21st. Not this coming Thursday, but next Thursday. It'll be a girls matchup, Amanda Clear Creek at Bern Union. I tell you what, those Bern Union Lady Rockets off to an outstanding start. Just 1 loss on the season. And at last check, they are ranked now 3rd in the state. They were 1st, but after that loss last week, it dropped them down to 3rd in the state in Division 4. Meanwhile, their division rival, Fisher Catholic, is now 11th in the state. They were 10th, and they dropped to 11th after a loss against Chillicothe. So those two teams are going to have a battle coming up, but we'll have one Amanda at Bern Union girls action. Josh Messerly will have the call on that one next Thursday, January 21st. Hope you'll join us for that one. Out of the timeout, it'll be Lancaster basketball. Cameron Raudebusch to inbound it. Gets it into Fink. Now Colson Pugh, who checks in for the Gales. Nice job by Groveport calling out the screens. Raudebusch picks up his dribble, now bounce pass inside to Fink. Fink working hard in there, can't get the shot to go. Rebound Kenyatta Whiteside. There's a pass to Whiteside inside, nice shot. 29-26 Cruisers. Lancaster's yet to score here in this third quarter. Pugh gives it to Fink. Back to Pugh. Thought about the three, doesn't take it, but West will at the top of the key, no good. Whiteside the board. Lomax now has a shot blocked into the hands of Dylan West. West goes one-on-one, puts it up, no good. There's Dar for the rebound and put back, his shot blocked. Elijah Akins comes away with it. Elliott Jr. the three, no good. Raudebusch the board. Raudebusch pulled up, jumper, drains it. First bucket of the quarter for the Gales. And Coach Hampton wants a timeout for Groveport with 1:52 to play in this third quarter. And Lancaster leading 29-28. A well-used timeout for Coach Riggs just moments ago. They showed a lot more patience on the offensive end, picked up a little bit of defense, and Cameron Raudebusch picks up a bucket to give him 12 for the game. 29-28 here from Lancaster High School. Here's the replay of that last drive as West put the shot up. Dar couldn't get it to go. That's just a nice block there. I know he wanted a body foul, but a nice job by Groveport on the block. So 29-28 is the score, 1:52 to play in the third quarter. Gales down by just 1 point here at home in this OCC Buckeye Division matchup. Taking a look at the upcoming schedule for Lancaster. Ironically, the funny thing is, I obviously teaching here at Lancaster High School, I get a chance to talk to Coach Riggs very often, and he told me, he said, you know, I used to be an athletic director for many years. He was an athletic director and basketball coach at Canal Winchester, and he said, I never really understood these baseball coaches, how they deal with weather and the games changing at a moment's notice and schedule changes. And he said, I actually this year feel like a baseball coach because I don't know day to day if my game's going to get canceled or who we're playing. And so, you know, we tell you that their next contest is scheduled with Newark on Friday, but Coach Riggs told me today, we just don't know. It's day to day. So they might be playing Newark on Friday. We will hope that that's the case. And the ball, Groveport thought it was tipped out of bounds, but it's not. They'll say it's an air ball, and it goes back to the Gales. Raudebush being worked on by Marlon Elliott Jr. Here's West. You can hear Coach Riggs telling him, reset, let's run play gold. Nice job getting a hand in the passing lane by Dwayne Davis. Colson Pugh, right side now to Raudebush. Dump inside to the block. Fink can't get the shot to go. Dar, the backside board. His shot's blocked. Good defense by the Cruisers. Davis gives it to the elbow to Elliott Jr. He's going to pull it out. Under a minute to play in the third quarter. Here's Lomax. They've kept him in check here in this second half, and that three is off the mark. It'll go back to Lancaster. Has a couple subs coming in for Coach Hampton's crew. It's Jameer Friedman and also Jabari Harris. Groveport going to bring on some full court pressure here with 25.6 to play in the third quarter. Cruisers lead at 29-28. Inbound comes into Colson Pugh. Pugh gives it to Raudebush, down to 16 seconds. Cameron dribbles, hands off to West, down to 10 seconds. Now Raudebush. He'll take a screen. And he lost the basketball out of bounds. It goes back to Groveport with 5 seconds to play in the third. Inbound pass comes into Davis, down to 4 seconds. Right side, lost it. West going to fire up a shot from half court, almost got it to go, but it falls short. And the Gales trail at 29-28 as we head into the final 8 minutes of play. Boy, just a defensive quarter was that third, as it was just a 4-2 quarter won by Groveport Madison. And your score here at the end of the third is Groveport 29, Lancaster 28. Strong communities are built with local volunteers, donations, and leadership. For more than 100 years, Park National Bank has been invested in the success of our customers and communities. From personal connections to large-scale partnerships, we strive to create a positive outcome for individuals, families, neighborhoods, cities, and everything in between. Park National Bank is proud to support high school sports. So once again, your score 29-28. Again, just 6 total points scored in that third quarter, 4 by Groveport, 2 by Lancaster. It's Cameron Raudebush. He leads the Gales with 12 overall, while Scotty Lomax has 14 for Coach Hampton's Cruiser Club. And for an exciting finish, we're glad you're joining us here tonight live from Lancaster High School for this Ohio Capital Conference Buckeye Division matchup between Groveport Madison and the Lancaster Golden Gales. Lancaster looking to raise their league record to 2-2, while Groveport looking for that first win in the OCC. Raudebusch, quick drive to the hoop, puts it off the glass, no good. And ball loose on the floor. Nice hustle by Sam Fink, and he smartly calls a timeout as he was going to be tied up. And a smart decision there by the junior, Sam Fink. So timeout on the floor, a 30-second timeout for the Gales. Gives us a chance to thank the athletic directors from these two schools. Pam Bosser here at Lancaster High School. She's done a fabulous job. Of course, all the athletic directors around the area having to deal with all kinds of new protocols. As you can see on the telecast here, it just looks different, has a different feel to it, but we're certainly excited that the players are able to play. And you got to give a lot of credit to the athletic directors around here. And Pam Bosser at Lancaster High School, one of the best. She's done a great job. And we also want to say thanks to Steve Petros at Groveport Madison. He provided us with rosters, and of course he wanted to send along his hello and best wishes to Bob Kempenny. Of course, we know Steve from his time in Fairfield County. So thanks to both these athletic directors in these two OCC schools. Dylan West tries to dump it inside, and a whistle and a foul going to be called on Elijah Akins. That'll be his second. He was playing in front of Hayden Darr and had a hand on him, and he's called for the foul. West gets it in to Fink. Now back to West in the corner. He left his feet, was going to shoot it, but he decided to throw a pass at the last second. And now Fink fights for a shot, can't get it to go. Cruisers have really picked up some defense inside the paint. They've just shut Lancaster down on the inside. 29-28 the score, 7:15 and counting here in the fourth quarter. Akins. Shot up, no good. Rebounded by Darr. Here comes Pugh. Nice pass over to Fink. Back out to Darr. He thought about the three, doesn't take it. Dylan West will take one, no good. Darr the rebound. And he lost the basketball on the floor. Now it's tied up, and it'll go back to the Cruisers. Couple substitutions getting set to check in, one for each team. It is Kenyatta Whiteside for Groveport, and for Lancaster, Mason Heil. (29-28), Cruisers on top, 6:38 to play in the fourth. Dwayne Davis gives off in the elbow to Elliott Jr. The kiss off the glass goes, and he's fouled. Foul's going to be called on Mason Heil. That'll be his first. And the free throw no good. Heil the rebound. Raudebusch gives it right side to West. Takes a screen, now to Fink. Spin move, Fink. Strong move to the hoop, and he gets the bucket. Sam Fink with 6 in the game. 31-30. Back to a 1-point deficit for Lancaster. Davis gives it off to Elliott Jr. Steps back, puts the shot up. No good. Colson Pugh the rebound, and he's fouled by Elijah Akins. That'll be 3 on Akins. So Gales with the basketball, trailing by 1. Little 1-3-1 full court defense. Not a trap yet for Groveport. Here's Raudebusch back out in front to West. Pugh gives it off to West on the left side. West being guarded tightly by Dwayne Davis. Here's Raudebush, and he dribbled it off his foot out of bounds. Both of these teams have played outstanding defense here in this second half. If you're keeping score in halves, it's just 6-4 Groveport in the second. And a traveling violation going to be called on Groveport Madison. West with the basketball, gets it across the timeline to Pugh. Back to West. Here's Pugh. Right side, back to Heil. Now let's swing it left side. Nice pass inside as Colson Pugh got wide open, and he puts it up and in. Good pass by West. Gales retake the lead, 32-31. Colson Pugh with 7 points in the game. On the other end, the lay-in by Scotty Lomax. 33-32 Groveport. And now a steal. And Akins lays it up and in after the steal. That's his first bucket of the game, gives them a 35-32 lead. West gives it off to Pugh. Back to Fink. Now here's Heil. Pugh thought about the three, doesn't take it. West will at the top of the key. No good. Fink the rebound and the putback. Sam Fink with 8. 35-34 Groveport. Davis gives it to Lomax. He's backing his way in. Shot's no good. Dylan West the rebound. Here come the Gales, trailing by 1, 35-34. Pugh bumped by Akins. He'll give it off to West. Here's Raudebush. Now swing it right side, Pugh. Back to West. Five-second count is on, so West will give it off to Colson Pugh on the right side. Now West on the left. Inside to Pugh. He was open for a moment, but Akins recovered, and then Pugh's going to be called for the foul, I believe. Yes, it is. Colson Pugh with the foul. That's his first. Watch this rebound by Sam Fink. He did a nice job. He just worked his way around the defender. He just outworked him. Got the rebound and put it back up and in. 35-34. Groveport on top, 2:46 and counting here in this fourth quarter. Had a good one from Lancaster High School tonight. Glad you're with us. Stay with us. We're going to have a fantastic finish, it looks like. Here's Lomax on the drive. He got an extra step and no call. But they'll say that Cameron Raudebush was on the baseline when he took the ball. So it goes back to Groveport. Man, that really looked like Lomax had 4 steps there. Here is Lomax. Nice spin move. High off the glass, no good. Rebound fought for and controlled by Cameron Raudebush. Now he's trapped and needs to get rid of it. And a whistle and a timeout. Coach Riggs called it over on the far side. Groveport fans not happy with the call. Their argument is, how do you call a timeout when the ball's loose? But I think Raudebush had it. He was just trapped on the floor, and so Coach Riggs calls the timeout with his team trailing 35-34 here in this OCC Buckeye Division matchup. Right now the Gales with 7 guys in the scoring column, led by Cameron Raudebush with 12 points. He averages 14.7 per contest. There's a good look inside the Lancaster huddle with Coach Riggs coaching his guys up. I'll tell you what, he's got them playing outstanding basketball. His team's 7-2. This is the best record for Lancaster, best start since probably around 06-07, I believe. Just has a different feel to it. He's got these guys playing at a high level. I want to congratulate some National Honor Society members on this Lancaster basketball team. Nick Grayson, Christian Riley, and Sam Fink. Getting it done not only on the basketball court, but in the classroom as well. So again, congratulations, National Honor Society members from the Lancaster basketball program. Nick Grayson, Christian Riley, and Sam Fink. If you can't get it done in the classroom, you're not going to be able to do it on the basketball court. And those 3 young men doing an outstanding job. It's quite an honor to be tapped into the National Honor Society. So congratulations to those 3. Inbound pass comes into Fink. Now get it back to West. 2:18 and counting here in the fourth quarter. 35-34, Groveport. Raudebush gives it off to Fink. Fink drives inside the paint, and a foul going to be called. Who are they going to get? Could have been one of 3 guys. They call it on Whiteside. That is his first foul. So the Gales to inbound underneath their own hoop. West to do the inbounding. Gets it into Raudebush. His shot from the baseline, no good. And the ball just tipping around and controlled by Groveport. Here's Lomax. Lost the handle, regains control, and puts it in. 16 points. Or check that, 18 points for Lomax. And the Cruisers lead at 37-34. Pugh's three-pointer, no good. Rebounded by the Cruisers. Here's Lomax from 3 off the front of the iron, no good. Raudebush the board. Gales trail it 37-34. They'll get it across the timeline to West. West, left side now to Pugh. Now to Heil. Here's Cameron Raudebush. They've really changed their defense on Raudebush here in the second half. First half, he burnt them 3 times in a row early in the ball game, catching the pass and going baseline on them, but they've done a nice job making an adjustment here in the second half. Fouls called on Marlon Elliott Jr. That's his 3rd. Mason Heil back to the free throw line. He's 1 for 2 there tonight. Nothing but net on the first one. Elijah Akins checks back into the ball game for the Cruisers. Blake Snezik getting set to check in. He'll be replacing Mason Heil after the free throw. Heil misses the second, so we stay at a 2-point lead for Groveport, 37-35, under a minute to play. Clock rolls at 53 seconds. Lomax hands it off to Akins. And a whistle and a foul going to be called on Colson Pugh. Gales still have a couple fouls to give here before the bonus. And that's what they want, is the bonus, to get a chance to get that ball back after a free throw. And a whistle and a timeout going to be called by Coach Lamont Hampton. He saw his ball handler struggling a little bit and West picking up the pressure, so he calls the full timeout with a 37-35 score. 41.2 seconds to play in the ball game. It's been a good one here from Lancaster High School tonight. Looking at the upcoming schedule for the Golden Gales, we mentioned that this coming Friday night they are scheduled to host Newark here at Lancaster High School. Then next Friday it'll be Central Crossing. It'll be the second matchup of the of the season with Central Crossing. Gales won that first one 68-45. Then they've got Taze Valley on the road. They come back home on January 26th to host Logan. That's always a fun game between two close schools. And then they go back to Groveport. They'll second matchup with Groveport on January 29th. Then they'll play East on the 30th. They'll finish out the season with Westland, Sheridan, Pickerington Central, and Newark. So some tough games there to end out the season in the league with Pick Central and Newark. But I tell you, the one to look out for, that Sheridan contest, that's don't sleep on Sheridan. That's a good basketball team, even though they're a smaller school, much smaller than Lancaster. That could be a good one in Thornville. That one on February 6th. But here right now, 37-35, Groveport with the lead and the basketball with 41.2 seconds to play in the ball game. Inbound pass comes into Davis. They'll get it over to Elliott Jr. and wide open underneath the hoop was Kenyatta Whiteside, and he scores it. They're up by 4. Back the other way, here's Pugh. Roudabush now back to West. He'll fire up the 3. No good, ball loose. And it's controlled by Groveport. And a quick foul going to be called on Blake Snezik. Man, that 3 looked like it was on the mark from our vantage point. We were right by it. I thought he had it. Groveport calls the 30-second timeout. They lead it 39-35, 19.4 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. Here it was, right here. Here's West. Man, that was close. And then the mad scramble for the basketball, and I think Snezik would have had it, but he got tripped up there, and then he just called for the foul. It's not a bad foul. They needed a foul there. They still actually have, I think, one more. No, they are in the bonus now as I look over. So it will be 1-1 for Groveport. At the line. No, next foul they're in the bonus. Okay, I thought they were saying they were in the bonus now, so it'll be the next one. They'll be in the bonus. Elliott Jr. with the basketball. 15 seconds on the clock. Skip pass over to Akins, and a foul going to be called on Colson Pugh. With 12.2 showing on the clock. And I was wrong. They're still not in the bonus. .2 showing on the clock. Groveport to inbound. They'll get it in quickly to Elliott Jr. and a quick foul on Snezik. Took 1 second off the clock. And so Elliott Jr. will go to the free throw line to shoot 1-1 with a 4-point lead with 11.1 seconds to play. First one's up and good. And he got the second one as well. 41-35, 6-point lead for Groveport. Gale's got to get a quick 3. Pugh will fire it up. No good. And Groveport the rebound with 5 seconds, and Lancaster will not foul. They'll just let the time run out. And Groveport comes away with a hard-fought 41-35 victory over the Lancaster Golden Gales in a tough OCC Buckeye battle. Let's take a look at some scoring. First of all, for the Groveport Madison Cruisers, Scotty Lomax led the way with 18 points. It was Elijah Akins with 2. Dwayne Davis had 2 points. It was Kenyatta Whiteside with 8. And Marlon Elliott Jr. had a good second half. He finished the ball game with 11 points. For the Lancaster Golden Gales, Dylan West finished the game with 2 points. It was Mason Heil with 4. Colson Pugh had 7 in the contest. Blake Snezik with 2. It was Sam Fink with 8. And leading the way for the Lancaster Golden Gales was Cameron Roudabush with 12 points. So 7 guys in the scoring column for the Lancaster Golden Gales. A tough loss for the Gales. They dropped 2 in a row tonight. 41-35. Groveport Madison comes away with a 3-game sweep tonight. They won the freshman contest, the JV contest, And then this varsity contest, a tough one against the Golden Gales tonight. Coach Riggs, though, has his team playing well. Even though they've lost 2 in a row and 3 out of the last 4, they're still – this is a different feel to this Lancaster Golden Gales basketball team. So if you get a chance to check them out down the stretch, make sure you're paying attention and watching this team whenever you can. I think they might make some noise come tournament time. So congratulations to Coach Lamont Hampton. His team victorious tonight, 41-35 over the Lancaster Golden Gales. They raised their record to 2-2 overall, 1-1 in the OCC Buckeye, while the Golden Gales dropped to 7-3 overall and 1-3 in the OCC. Want to thank our Interface Video Productions crew once again tonight. Our producer-director, Josh Messerly. On graphics, Donnie Ziegfeld. Our replays tonight, Shane Messina. And our camera operators, Jim Spires and Tom Russo. Once again, your final score, Groveport 41, Lancaster 35. For all of our Interface Video Productions crew, I'm Jared Stewart. Have yourselves a great night, everybody.
IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Basketball Game of the Week. Brought to you by Fairfield Medical Center, the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, Dagger Law, Fairfield Federal, Standing Stone Bank, Buckeye Toyota, the Huddle Tire Company, Park National Bank, and North Body Shop.